Okay. Well, how about this? It's June 28th. How about that, huh? Life is happening. This is the second Sunday in summer, last Sunday in June, and gosh, half the year has gone. It seems like more like a lifetime in a way. Our theme this month is called Conscious Connections. And our topic this morning is called Together. We're so pleased to have that song this morning with Joe sharing that wonderful song that he'd written. I guess it had written several years ago. And isn't that interesting? Because when I first told him what the topic was, he just kind of went, whoa, because it was a surprise to him. And a beautiful song. Thank you so much. So as I put in the thought for the week, that together is both an adjective and an adverb, and it describes the proximity one to another, as well as being self-confident, balanced, sensible, and practical. The synonyms are composed, calm, collected, and organized. And again, it almost seems like this is a far cry from what our society is experiencing today. And yet, I will have to say, I did turn the news on for just a tiny little snippet and saw how the San Diego food banks are uniting and are doing an amazing job of providing food for all the people that are, out of work and need the food. And I'll tell you, that is organization. They have got their act together doing that, and it's wonderful. And it's a good thing in these challenging times that we have that practical energy coming forth and feeding people that need to be fed. But whether people are aware of it or not, I think that all of us have this innate knowledge. Again, whether you're conscious of it or not is another thing. But knowing that there is this divine energy, that runs through us, that is the core of all of us, all of life, everything. As Emerson called it, it's the oversoul. And it goes by many names. Many people are not very comfortable with the name God, but when we change that to love or energy and divine essence, whatever the case might be. And so I've been telling you of the lessons that I've been learning as I've been watching my 2-year-old granddaughter since this pandemic started, Monday through Friday, every morning. And Alexa, which is the music thing they have in their house, Alexa plays toddler music. We just say, turn on toddler music, and it's a variety of songs that come up. And this week I thought that it was appropriate, and I hadn't heard this in years, but the song, the more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. And I don't know what that's from. Thank you. But it's funny because, together now is like I said, is a physical distancing. They call it social distancing, but really it's not. I think that we have been given this challenge of physically distancing. However, that's only given us more of an incentive to connect on other levels in other ways, through Zoom, through email, through texting. We are reaching out to other people in a variety of ways, different than what we've done before, I think. There's a French proverb that said, love is blind, friendship closes its eyes. So true. So this last week, Adeline gave me a lesson. I always make my lunch. Well, I bring my leftovers is what I do for lunch. And of course, I had been making my chicken soup. And I buy those organic carrots that come in a bag that have different colors. And so as I was eating my soup, I pointed out to her, I said, oh, look, here's a carrot. And it was a yellow color. And she looked at it, and she looked at it, she looked perplexed, and she said, I think that's not right. And I said, yes, It's a carrot. And then there was actually an orange one that was in there too. And I said, here's a carrot. That is right. But she didn't like the fact that the carrot was yellow. I think that is not right. And I tried to explain to her that, oh yeah, it comes in a variety of colors. She was not going with it. Not going there at all. No. I know this, and so forth. So the next day, I thought, okay, I'm going to show her. So I brought a bag. I happened to have a new bag of them. It hadn't been opened, and it had all the variety of colors in it. And so I go up to her, and her mom was in the room at the time, and I handed it to her, and I said, here, Adeline, look. Here's the bag. It's got all the different colors of carrots in it. And she looked at it and looked at it and looked at it. And I guess she surmised that, I guess this is right. There are lots of different carrots in here. And then she looked up at me and she goes, thank you. And she turned around and walked toward the kitchen like she was going to put it away. And I said, wait a minute. This was show and tell. Those are my carrots. I want those back. But I didn't share this with her. But what I was recognizing, what was going through my mind, was this idea that, yeah, there's lots of different colors of carrots. There's lots of different colors of people. But when you slice a carrot and you look at the core of it, every carrot has that center core that runs through it. I don't care what color it is on the outside. And actually the colors on the inside are different. Like a purple carrot has a white vein that runs through it. And the orange carrots have orange veins that run through it. But they all have that core energy and essence about them. And I think that is equates to what happens with each of us. We have different colors, different things that are going on the outside, on the physical realm. But on the inside, we have that divine energy, that divine love that is guiding us, guarding us, living us. I think I shared with you a couple weeks ago now what Ram Dass's take on seeing all the different people and trying to disassociate perceptions and judgments about them. He said that when you go outside and you look at a tree, you don't judge it. The tree is what it is, and you accept it, that this is a tree, that's the way it is. You don't make any sort of judgment about it. And so I like that. I thought, so when you go outside, just look at the tree and look at a person, just think they're a tree. Now I'm giving you another opportunity. Look at a person, maybe they're a carrot. You have your options, you have a variety of things, but recognize that it doesn't matter what's on the outside, it's on the inside that makes the difference, that we are all uniquely expressing this one beautiful energy. I wanted to share with you one of the readings from Opening Doors Within from Eileen Cady that I think speaks to what we're going through right now. It said, seek and find the freedom of the spirit, for where there is true freedom, there is peace. And where there is peace, there is love, and it is love that unlocks all doors. Where there is love, there is no criticism, no condemnation, no judgment. For you know and understand that all is one in me and in my love. You see the family of humanity, that all are created in my image and likeness. You go beyond the outer to the very heart of the matter, where there is no separation, and all blend together in complete oneness. You see the very best in everyone and everything. When you are at perfect peace within, you no longer spend your time trying to change others. You simply learn to be. And in being, you create a sense of oneness with all life, and peace and love reign supreme. We no longer try to change others. We simply learn to be. What a wonderful way to live, isn't it? Doesn't that let go of a lot of stress, a lot of strain? Just accepting what is. Dino said, beginning today, treat everyone you meet, friend or foe, loved or a stranger, as if they were going to be dead at midnight. Extend to each person, no matter how trivial the contact, all the care and kindness and understanding and love that you can muster, and do it with no thought of any reward. Your life will never be the same. We have had a lot of souls leaving this earth plane recently, and it seems that will be continuing. None of us are guaranteed, even though we are doing all the things that we prudently need to do, none of us are guaranteed that the next morning we'll be waking up. And so what we have now is the time to be this love and expression as only we can, and to see that in others. I know as we've had this extra time off, so to speak, I have been so happy and blessed to feel I have the time to do my meditations. And sometimes that meditation involves going out on my veranda and just sitting and looking at the nature. I feel so blessed to be where I'm at and to be able to just watch life going on in this pristine beauty around me. We are always at choice as to what we want to focus on. And when we focus on that beauty of nature, in my opinion, it just grounds us. It just centers us. It brings us out of all of the commotion of what is going on around us and renews us, refreshes us. In my reading this morning, actually, in the guideposts, the one woman who wrote it was saying that she loves to go to the beach, and that the ocean and the water and the reoccurring sound of the waves, it's all just a renewing, and the I guess the minerals and everything from the water and the sand renews the body, and it renews the heart, it renews the soul. And I'm happy that San Diego's beaches are open now. You know, we have the opportunity to enjoy and be fed by that beauty around us. Now, I know that many of you have heard this before, but I think that it's appropriate for us to be reminded of it. I don't know if I've spoken about this in years, probably, but you know the story of the old Cherokee Indian speaking to his grandson. And the old Cherokee told the grandson that there's always a battle going on inside each person. He said, "My son, there's a battle between two wolves within each of us. One is evil." He called it evil. I would choose to call it ignorance. It is angry, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. Whew. We're all familiar with that. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The grandson thought about it for a minute and asked his grandfather which wolf wins. And the old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." And we know this is so true, that we are always at choice as to which wolf, quote unquote, we are going to feed within ourselves. If it bothers you to look at the news, don't look at it. I was on a Zoom call with a couple people. One is in Chicago and the other is in Big Bear. And they were asking, you know, what's going on in San Diego, you know, with this pandemic thing. And I wasn't all that equipped to answer because I said I don't really follow it all that well. And at the end of the call, we are actually the reason why I'm on this call is because, for the theme that we have this month. It's with the Anton Group, Affiliated New Thought Network, and they invited everyone. There's like 80 members in this organization all across the United States, probably the world, I guess. And they asked who wants to be on this Conscious Connection Committee, and the thrust of it is to contact our members personally, physically, literally with a phone call or an email or text. And so each of us that are on the committee are going to have, well, we got to name how many people we wanted to keep in our little circle of contacts. And I thought, she said anywhere from 5 to 10. So I thought 7 was a good number. And so we were talking about that and how it's going to be organized and so forth. And then at the end of the call, we were all, since we're praying for the whole thing is, you contact somebody and then what prayer support do you need? And so at the end of our call, well, what prayer support do you need? And each of us were asked that. And when it came to me, I thought, really what I like to live in the moment. I want to live in the now. I want to be at peace with what's going on right now in this moment. Because I couldn't really think of anything that's a consternation for me right now, other than the whole societal environment, yes. But personally, I choose to stay grounded in this love and to be able to send that love out to whomever is in my environment. And I love that Ogmandino's telling us, let's remember, be kind, have empathy, give love however it suits you to every person that you meet, regardless of who they are, what station in life they are. I know all of us have disappointments in life, things that we would choose not to have happen to us or to our loved ones, obviously. When those things happen, I believe that they are there to bolster us up in some way, that there is nothing that comes our way that we cannot handle, that we cannot rise above and bring the good out from it. And I think we're seeing that right now in our society. So every moment, remember what wolf you are feeding. Feed the one that is nourishing to you, that is nourishing to all of those around you. Because together, we are stronger. Together, we can do things that we wouldn't do by ourselves. Let's lean on and let's support each other and let's give of this abundant, infinite love that is flowing through us. Feed that love. Make it so strong that it comes out with every eye contact that you have, because that's what we're having now more than ever, and every word that you utter, and every deed that you do. Together we are strong. I know this. Blessings. Namaste. Love you.